Hi there, and welcome back to Stillwater's ASMR. I am delighted to do today's video. I actually meant to do it ages ago, but life got in the way and I am only just getting to it now. I love doing whispered story readings, like reading books and stories. The only issue with that is that you have to be really careful with copyright. And so when I'm able to get my hands on a book where I know the author and I can actually ask them direct, can I read your story on my channel? It's brilliant. So I'm going to start by prefacing this video with saying I am not receiving anything for doing this video other than getting material for an ASMR video. I bought this book with my own money and I'm not getting anything for plugging the book. I just think it's a fab book. I do know the author, well, I know her daughter better. So I'm friends with her daughter, and her daughter has got two gorgeous Labradoodle dogs, or golden doodles. I think they're golden doodles actually. Dogs called Jasper and Charlie. And Elaine has written 3 stories so far featuring these dogs. And they're illustrated by Monica, who does an amazing job of capturing the expressions and stuff. So I bought this book actually a while back when it first came out, and since then she's written 2 more books, and I just hadn't been organised to get them yet. And I said I meant to do this video ages ago, months ago, and it just never happened. So today we're going to read through this book, and if you enjoy it, I have actually since ordered the next 2 books. I did that literally, I think yesterday or the day before. If you enjoy this, Elaine actually has a discount code at the moment for March. That's March 2022. She's got if you order 2 books, they're £10 each. If you order 2 books, you can get 10% off, and if you order 3 books or more, you can get 15% off. I will put the link to her website in the description and probably in the comments too. If you would like to go support, I'm not getting anything for plugging this other than just, it makes me happy to support an author, a small business person. So yeah, basically just by giving her a plug because I think her books are amazing. The illustrations are fantastic. They're really great messages, and so if you would like to go get copies for yourself or to give as gifts, I've ordered extra to give away as gifts because they're just fab, then you can get them on her website. And I said for the month of March there's a discount code on at the moment. So if you order in the next couple of weeks, then you can get that discount. So kind of, giving that a plug because they're just gorgeous books. I'm trying to think if there's anything else to say there other than just I hope you enjoy this. As I say, it's nice when I can get permission from the content creator to be able to use their material in my videos, because it gives me things I can share in my videos. So that's basically what I'm getting out of it. I've got gorgeous books for my daughter, and I just literally ordered the next 2 books using the discount, and then I got a couple extras for gifts. So we have got, we'll read the back cover first. So it's find the little squirrel throughout the book. Charlie Farley was so down, everywhere he looked he saw a frown. No one thought his brother was a disaster. Why wasn't he like Jasper? Follow Charlie Farley's adventure as he discovers that he is as remarkable as Jasper in his own unique way. Now I said these are 2 dogs that are real dogs. In fact, I'm wondering if there's pictures. But yeah, they are real dogs, Jasper and Charlie, who I have met. Although I would like to preface this by this book paints Charlie as being a bit chaotic. Jasper did destroy my snowman once. Just putting that out there. I made a really cute little snowman and Jasper ate him. So, you know, Jasper's not perfect either. So, I mean, isn't he adorable? So may you know that you are special and unique. Enjoy, Elaine Slade. So, hand signed by the author. And look at this, it's like muddy paw prints. So here we've got the little squirrel. We're going to look out for him on every page. I love the way the illustrator has really captured just the doggy essence. Look at him, just filthy. Oh, and it smells good too. Hang on, I'm going to have a sniff of this book. Oh, it's like a new book smell. So, yeah, obviously, I said I have the permission of the author to read this, and I'm going to be sending her a link to the video. Oh no, Charlie Farley, as he chases the squirrel. Here we go. So, Jasper was a golden doodle, part retriever, mostly poodle. Behold dog owners beam and clap, he really was a handsome chap. And we've got a little white dog, and that looks a bit like a beagle maybe, and a little corgi maybe. And the beautiful Surrey countryside depicted here. And look, here's the little squirrel here. Let's turn the next page. Oh, here we go. Charlie Farley was a golden doodle, mostly retriever. Where's the poodle? Watchdog owners scowl and frown. He really was a scruffy clown. Look at the state of him. Oh, and the squirrels run up the tree to hide. Oh, little guy. Jasper's fur, always neat and white, while Charlie Farley's remained a messy sight. Look, the squirrel's like, my goodness, what happened to you? Jasper loved water. He always found the cleanest puddles on the ground. Charlie Farley loved water. He always found the muddiest mire for miles around. Oh no, Charlie Farley. And there's the little squirrel up the tree. The bits of twig and leaf and everything. Oh man, I had a golden retriever growing up, and like, yeah, it's when you get the bits of Dawkins stuck in their bumper. Jasper loved to fetch and chase, always elegant, full of grace. Charlie Farley loved to fetch and fling. He really was the clumsiest thing. See all the other dogs playing nicely, and he was, oh no, Charlie Farley. I'm chasing this poor squirrel. Look at the utter delight in his little face. Jasper's fur was easy to brush, standing there without a fuss. Charlie Farley's tufts were impossible to groom, causing his owner to splutter and fume. Oh no, Charlie Farley. And the squirrels got entangled into his fur. Yeah, pooch. Poor Charlie. Charlie Farley was so down. Everywhere he looked, he saw a frown. Why wasn't he like Jasper? Poor pooch. I think so many people can relate to that at some point in their life. See a little squirrel up here. So why can't you be more like your brother? Why can't you be more like your sister? Or always being compared to other people. But oh no, what's this? Jasper, save my little pup. This thorny bush has tangled him up. Everybody's like, oh no. And the poor little pooch is stuck in there and the squirrel's watching on. Jasper tried his hardest to be brave, but the little pup he could not save. He's all full of thorns. What can be done to solve this disaster? Charlie Farley, here's a job for you, said Jasper. His moment has come. The little squirrel is watching on. Charlie Farley tumbles into the brambles, searches round, then out he scrambles. Puppy safely in his gentle grasp, making all the dog owners gasp. This little guy. And the squirrel's up in the tree. Charlie places Pup on the ground. His owner's so grateful he's been found. Puppy runs to the little girl. Happy Charlie gives a twirl. And that's everybody watching on. And the little squirrel up in the tree. Oh yes, Charlie Farley. Even the squirrel's like, yay. Charlie Farley was Jasper's brother. Although they didn't look like each other, both were special in their own unique way. So this is where I think this book is awesome. You are unique too. What is it that you can do? There's the squirrel. I am good at, and there's space for the child to draw a picture of what they are personally good at doing. And they can write at the bottom, I am good at. So this book is a bit like, it'll be a while before my daughter can fully appreciate this book. But I'm delighted to have this kind of book for her when she gets older, because we can't all be good at everything, and so often you can look at the people around us and be like, oh, I wish I was like them, and I wish I could do that. But we all have our own unique thing that we can do. Oh, here we go. Meet the real Charlie Farley and Jasper. Oh no, Charlie Farley is based on real-life dogs within Elaine's family. These books are inspired by their unique characters. So here's Charlie and here's Jasper. And then this is the next book. Charlie Farley out of sight, under the blanket, crouched in fright. Bang, hiss, crackle, boom. Fireworks meant doom and gloom. Don't be scared, Charlie Farley. And then there's another one, so there's the Don't Be Scared, Charlie Farley, and then there's a third book that's just come out. And it's gone completely out of my head what it's about. There's the Bonfire Night. I can't remember now. I literally just ordered it yesterday. here we've got some really lovely pictures showing how the illustrator Monica draws the pictures. So how Charlie Farley came to life. First, Monica starts with a simple sketch to represent Elaine's words into images. It's very messy, keeps it fun and easy to change if she finds a better way to show this scene. Next, she draws the page in more detail and colours. Before, the characters didn't look like anyone, but now they must be Charlie and his friends. Can you see if anything else changed in this scene? So you can flick back through the book and sort of see what else might have been changed as she drew the picture. And then we've got, now you can clearly see what was missing in the previous scene. In this page, Elaine wanted the puppy to be partially lost in the bushes. So Monica drew him right back in with plenty of trees around. Oh, so actually the puppy is like, hang on. Oh yeah, I hadn't seen that. So the little dog is actually, you can actually see it toddling off right here. That's really clever. I hadn't noticed that. So we have the little puppies there. And then he's not happy about Charlie Farley. He's not on that page. At that one. But yeah, there you can see him going off into the bushes. That's really, I love that kind of details in books. That is so cute. And you can't see him on that page, but then there, he's stuck. That is so cool. Right, so where were we at? Yeah, so in this page, Elaine wanted the puppy to be partially lost in the bushes, so Monica drew him right back in with plenty of trees around. Although it looks like Monica is taking a step back, this is a technical stage. You can now impress your parents and teachers with words like perspective, form, and composition. Monica is making sure this scene makes you feel like you are there with Charlie. And finally, Monica paints until she feels like Charlie is jumping off the page right into her arms. She hopes you feel it too. I do love the way she captures like the doggy expressions and things. She does a really good job. And then we've got a few interesting pages at the back, which is like discussion points, which I think is really good. So Charlie's activity guide, helping children to internalise and understand their value and uniqueness. Complete the page. What is it that you can do together? Encourage your child or children to describe themselves in positive terms and to talk about their abilities. It's so important to focus on what we can do and not, like, while it's important to acknowledge the things that we're maybe not good at and things that we might maybe need help with, it's so important to really have a good grasp of what we're good at and have that, like, that self-worth and that self-confidence. Using two other animals, example, cats or rabbits. Create a story using the same storyline. You could use two animal puppets. Make Charlie oh, that's actually quite good. So you're basically like giving them a chance to retell the story and kind of explore it more themselves. Make Charlie, Farley and Jasper out of Play-Doh, then role-play the story together or act out the story together. Talk about how the characters feel as you go through it. So that's something I'd never thought of before, actually acting out stories with the child. Obviously, again, my daughter isn't actually old enough to talk yet, so I can't do that with her yet, but that's something I can do with her when she's older. We can actually play, like, act out stories. Look at any words in the story that your child might not have understood. Example, mire, elegant, splutter. Explain them or look together at a dictionary or on the find out the meaning. Draw a picture of Charlie, Farley and Jasper showing their differences. For example, Jasper in a clean puddle and Charlie Farley in a muddy puddle. Talk about why they got different reactions from the dog owners. On a rainy day, get your wellies on and splash in the puddles. Discuss whether you and your child prefer clean puddles like Jasper or muddy puddles like Charlie Farley. Make up a different ending to the story. How could Charlie Farley find out in another way that he is special too? Practice throwing and catching a ball like Jasper, but don't try and catch squirrels like Charlie Farley. I don't have to worry about my daughter doing that because we don't have squirrels here. We don't have any trees. Talk together about what a dog needs to keep them healthy and content, and write a fact sheet on how to look after a dog. Can you spot the rhyming words in each section of the text? Try other rhyming activities, such as how many words rhyme with dog. Draw a picture of a forest and draw a little squirrel hidden in the picture somewhere. Ask someone to spot the squirrel. Count how many dogs there are in the story. So there's like a whole bunch of like really fun different activities, like ideas and prompts and stuff in the back of the book. So I think that's really great because like some of those are things I wouldn't have thought to do. And then Jasper's message to parents and teachers. Before reading the book, look at the cover. Who do you think the story might be about? What does the blurb tell us on the back of the book? Whilst reading the book, can you find the little squirrel as we turn over each page? Where is the story happening? How can you tell? Encourage your children to take the lead in calling out, "Oh no, Charlie Farley," and then even louder, "Oh yes, Charlie Farley." Everywhere he looked he saw a frown. How did Charlie Farley feel? Why? Jasper, save my little pup. What is happening on this page? What is the little girl thinking? How can you tell? Jasper tried his hardest to be brave. How does Jasper feel and why? What do you think will happen next after Jasper gives up? Charlie Farley, here's a job for you. Why did Jasper suggest that this was a job for Charlie Farley? And how does Charlie Farley feel at the end of the story and why? These are basically questions and prompts to go through with the kids and stuff. And after reading the book, who are the main characters? Which dog would you like to own, Jasper or Charlie Farley, and why? Can you spot where the puppy runs off into the bush in the story? Which part of the story did you like the best? Why was that? Ideas to help explore uniqueness to the story. What was the difference between Jasper and Charlie Farley? Did it matter that the dogs were different? Have you ever felt like Charlie Farley did when people seemed to like Jasper more? If your child wants to, chat together about their uniqueness and what makes their sibling or friend special too. Talk about what to do next time if they feel someone else is better than them or is getting more attention. So yeah, it's like really fab. Just really fab messages. So Elaine Slade is the author. This is her happy face here. Elaine is a former deputy head who loves exploring a good story and inspiring children, including her family, 4 daughters and 2 granddaughters, to love reading. I'm totally with her on that. She is passionate about raising children's self-esteem and affirming their uniqueness. Elaine enjoys a challenge like Charlie Farley. She has trekked up to 4,000 meters in the Himalayas and lived in Romania for 3 years. Their whole family are very adventurous. And Monica, just like Charlie Farley. So Monica, I'm afraid I'm probably butchering her surname, is an illustrator. Actually, she's a lot younger than I was thinking. Very, very talented. Monica, just like Charlie Farley, spent most of her childhood covered in mud, frolicking in nature and looking up to her cool older sister. When she grew up, she embraced her uniqueness and became an illustrator who strives to visualize stories which empower people and teach them emotional intelligence. And then they have this is the website where you can buy the books, which I'll have a link to, and this is her website. this is topics that I am so passionate about, and that's why I love this story so much, because self-esteem is so important, and knowing how, like, we're all different, and we're all different for a reason, and we all have something different to contribute, and that is so important. And so often society tells us that only certain value, like certain qualities are valuable, and only certain traits are valuable, but the truth is we need all sorts of different types of people, and we need all different types of personalities and characters and strengths, and things like emotional intelligence is so important. Being able to understand feelings and emotions, and like, so I am so behind these series of books. I think they're such important messages, and they're beautifully written, they're fun characters. Like, this is why I'm doing this book. I like doing this reading because I'm like so passionate about it. And this is their what's the word? It's not acknowledgements. But yeah, to my unique granddaughters Zoe and Phoebe, each special in their own way and best friends with Charlie, Farley and Jasper. That's Elaine. And then Monica is saying, thanks to my husband for supporting me in being the best version of myself, and to my sister for showing me how to be strong and generous. And then here we've got Charlie, Farley and Jasper. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed exploring this book with me. That was my first time actually getting a chance to really sit down. I've had a flick through, but I hadn't sat and read it the entire way through like that, and so I'd missed the bit where it shows the puppy getting lost into the bushes. I love those sorts of details. And yeah, I love this book. I cannot wait for the next 2 books to arrive. I will do videos with them too when they arrive. But I highly encourage you, if you enjoyed this video, please go get your own copies. I know that she posts it within the UK. I don't know if it's international. But if you enjoyed the books, please go support a fantastic author and illustrator, because yeah, the illustrations are on point. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you know that you are special and unique and valuable, and that there's only one of you. And yeah, that's really important, that we all have our strengths, we all have our important qualities that nobody else has. And yeah, just sending out lots of love to you all, and I hope you're keeping well. Take care, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.